Okay, so I just finished watching the final episode of The Boys ever. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, maybe The Boys is finished. The franchise is finally over. And I don't say that in a way. I don't say that happily. Okay, I loved this show. I truly did. But after that last episode, and I sat down for a minute and looked up a couple shorts to just get a public opinion on. I knew nobody was going to be satisfied with this shit, because I'm certainly not. Don't get it twisted at all. I'm certainly not satisfied. This ending was LARPed. This final episode of The Boys was LARPed to all hell. Holy fuck! Did you see the promotional posters for this fucking for this season? Not this episode, but for the season. Right? It's not as bad as, like, you know, well, actually, I'm not even gonna get into what I was about to say, but did you see the posters they had for this shit? Homelander in fucking space. The Earth is on fire. The Earth is on fire. Look! Right? But then we finally get to the episode, and they're also like, dude, the final fight gets live streamed to a few people in a fucking in a what even room was that? Like a courtroom or some shit? I don't fucking know. Who knows? Right? Like, bro, like, this was fucking bullshit. They LARPing Homelander flying in space as he looks over the Earth he supposedly destroyed. And then another one of Butcher holding his fucking crowbar in front of Vault Tower like he did some shit. Right? Only to just come to find out Huey's being like a failed attempt at recruiting Huey to fucking work at Vought. Right? The fucking president is like, hey, you want to work for Vought? I thought Vought was supposed to get destroyed. The fuck happened to that? I thought it was scorched earth. Sure, we got some blood and bone. Okay. You know, I'll give them flowers where it's somewhat due. I like how they, you know, kind of did, like, when Homelander got his powers taken away. I liked that little bit of, you know, I thought that was good. But that was supposed to come after everything else, right? Why the fuck was that, like, in the first 30 minutes? The fight itself was, like, no longer than 10 minutes. Bro, I genuinely, and I mean this when I say this, I genuinely, like, I'm dead ass, I'm not trolling. A toddler could have came up with something better and more climactic than this. This was bullshit. How are you gonna promote all this fucking shit and all this build up and all this, you know? How are you gonna build all this shit up just to come out with the most lukewarm ending, right? Oh yeah, you know, the boys, they infiltrate the White House, and, you know, Homelander's live streaming a speech to the world, and, you know, if they don't believe that he's the real god of the universe, then he's just gonna fucking do whatever the fuck he's gonna do. He didn't do anything, bro. He didn't do anything. He had multiple times to fly away and get away from Kimiko, and somehow he was getting stopped by fucking Butcher's tentacles. And his son was putting up a great fight against this nigga. He was getting 2v1'd because Kimiko really didn't do shit. He definitely could have did more to stop Kimiko. He could have killed her, really. That's what should have happened. I was expecting, like, maybe Soldier Boy gets broken out, he kills Kimiko, you feel me? Like, because Vault Tower gets, you know, brought down or some shit, or whatever the fuck, you know, or if they were in the White House, so it wouldn't even work that way. But, like, maybe, like, it gets spread over there, and then Soldier Boy gets broken out, they explain the shit to him. Like, I was expecting a lot of moving parts with this final episode, and it just all, the final climax just happens in that same room. Like, it was like a fucking bottle episode. You know, like, you know the Fly episode from Breaking Bad? It was like, it was all just confined to this one space. I was expecting this shit to, like, pan out for like at least, like, maybe like a week. You know, like, a week passes and it's like, okay, Homelander, he's gone, like, nobody knows where he is, and, like, you know, he's pretty much destroyed America. He's flying through, you know, like, have you seen, like, the found footage videos on YouTube where they, like, show, like, in a little bit of, like, a creepypasta-esque, like, format of, like, what it would be like if, like, all that scorched earth shit actually happened, and, like, Homelander really did, like, decide to just say, fuck it, I'm gonna kill all these people, laser beam them, like, you know, like, bro, Like, you seen better shit in fucking, like more climax in Invincible than you did in this final episode. Hell, you seen more shit in fucking in Naruto. In My Hero Academia, you saw more climax in My Hero Academia. Bro, the more I think about it, the more I just start, like, I get irritated. Because this is bullshit. When you really start to think about it, bro, like, if some of y'all may watch me already. You don't know what I'm talking about. You maybe not watch The Boys. But, bro, I'm telling you, it's on Prime Video, all this shit. I wouldn't even recommend it to you niggas at this point, right? Season 3 was their best season. And there's 5 seasons. Like, what the fuck, man? Season 4 was better than this season. And Season 4 wasn't even that good. Like, it's actually ridiculous. And I thought about this too, right? What the fuck was the point of Homelander getting the V1 just to do nothing in his final fight against Ryan, Butcher, and Kimiko? This nigga had no matchups. He didn't even fight the niggas from Gen V. He didn't even fight the niggas from Gen V. Right? And he died to Butcher, who has tentacle powers. What the fuck, bro? This nigga's supposed to be evil Superman, and he's losing to Butcher. And I wouldn't even necessarily be that mad at it, because I wasn't even that mad at it in the moment. Like I said, I liked how they did it to a degree. But, bro, this is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. He has V1. When he got the power, this nigga all of a sudden, he fucking, what, Cyclops? He was on his Cyclops time and fucking, right? Lasers fucking beaming off into the fucking night sky, right? And they're fucking terrified. They're like, run. They didn't know what to do with that. They did not know what to do with that. And now come the final fight, and he got regular lasers like the V1 never, like, it was like, bro, I hate the way that V1, it went from, like, actually, like, oh yeah, it actually powers you up and makes you stronger and all this shit, right? And, like, Homelander was already stronger than Soldier Boy when he had V1 already in his system anyway, and was immortal just from that. So for him to already be stronger than Soldier Boy, imagine Homelander with V1, right? It went from that to, it's just, oh, it just makes you, like, live forever, you know, and, like, you don't age. Who the fuck cares about that? He lasered Kimiko maybe, like, twice. Had no effect on her, right? She starts hallucinating mid-fight about Frenchie. And he's talking to her, he's like, oh, your power comes from love. It's not hatred. You're not like these other people. Your strength never came from that. All right, bro. Okay. All right, that's cool. I was expecting that entire time for, like, that hallucination of Frenchie to actually be Homelander, and he had killed Butcher. She's just sitting there watching. She's not even seeing what's happening, right? Like, bro, when I really, like, sat and, like, thought about this shit, I was just like, bro, this had to just be budget cuts on top of budget cuts on top of budget cuts, because what the fuck was that? That was bullshit. That was fucking bullshit, bro. There's no other way to fucking describe it. And there's so many theories and so many, like, ways that, like, people, like, kind of try to rationalize it in their head of, like, how a 1 hour episode could fucking, like, have all the shit that they, like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, Invincible, in their final, like, episode of the season where, what was the season 3, I think, with Conquest, right? They did more in that fucking final episode than they did in this shit. Way fucking more, right? And, like, bro, you gotta understand, like, it didn't feel like they crammed a bunch of shit in when they did that. Like, bro, The Boys episode felt more rushed than that. How do you manage that, bro? How the fuck do you manage that shit? Like, truly, this pissed me off to unbeknownst levels, bro. And then don't even get me started with the fucking Butcher shit and how Butcher dies and how he just decides, oh yeah, my dog died, so I'm just gonna decide to kill all soups all of a sudden. Like, bro, like, the build-up was so bad in so many different ways. Like, I'm not even talking about that. Most people probably aren't even talking about the buildup. We don't really care about that. They could have made up for all that shit if they just had a good climactic finale. That's all they had to do. Nobody really give a fuck about all that shit. What's happening with Ryan? Why is he just showing up last minute? Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares that Butcher all of a sudden decides, yeah, I want to kill all soups again because my dog died, right? And I'm gonna fucking put my friends in this precarious position just for shits and giggles, right? Even though I already got what I wanted. We don't even really care that happened. It's just the fact of the matter that you had these promotional posters and this fucking trailer making it seem like so much shit was gonna happen. And I get it, you gotta promote your shit, but bro, if you can't fucking promote your season with the merits of what it just has within itself, why are you LARPing? You're literally LARPing. Like, if you guys don't know, because I know LARPing is like a new term, it's like the new brain rot term or whatever, but LARPing essentially is live action role play. Okay, that's what it means, live action role play. And people came up with that term because it's like, okay, you would LARP like an anime and you live action role play. You like fucking cosplay as an anime character and you act like you're that character or whatever the fuck. They basically LARPed the season because Homelander did not fly in space, right? And I guess you could say he flew in space with the fucking with the one business guy or whatever, the rich guy who like represented other rich people that he like old father was trying to like, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to put together with that. I don't know what made him think that was gonna work. The nigga flew up into, because he was like an astronaut, that's how he had so much money. He flew up into space with the nigga, right? And this was like, it wasn't off camera, but like it was like off scene. Like we were focused on old father in the deep, and he's just off on the balcony. He flies up and then he comes back down, and they're like, oh, where'd the nigga go? Oh, where'd the nigga go? Right? And he's like, oh, I took him up to space. He's an astronaut, right? Right? That's the most we got of fucking space. This nigga never went up into he didn't even go into the sky and just like, you know, like you can't even make the excuse of like budget cuts on that. Like he didn't go nowhere but the White House to die, to get cooked. Like I can't do it, bro. The fucking Hero-gasm final fight scene with Soldier Boy and Butcher and Homelander was more climactic than this shit, where Maeve came out of nowhere, right? That shit was better than this. Like, how the fuck do you fuck up like that, bro? This is The Boys, the final season of The Boys, the final episode of The Boys. If you know The Boys, you know how much shit goes down. You know the craziest ways niggas have died. You know this shit, bro. So to say that Homelander, the nigga who has been causing all this shit and who has the fucking most versatile and powerful fucking moveset out of everyone, you're telling me he doesn't destroy the world, right? And the way they went about it was so stupid, right? It was like, oh, he landed on the word father when he was like reading his speech or whatever, and he thought back to Ryan and how he just rejected him, and he was like, well, oh, but you guys aren't gonna feel that way, are you? You're just gonna be a non-believer forever. So I'm gonna kill you all and show you who's really God, right? And I'm like, okay, but like, bro, I you know what? I want to nitpick, right? Because I was gonna say like, yo, what they could have did. They could have had it like, okay, he just goes through with the speech. Maybe he still has a little bit of delusion. Like, yeah, I really think some people are actually gonna believe it. And then like, it's like all the mind readers, and they're looking into everyone's like head, and they're like, nah, nobody actually is giving into a single thing that this nigga's saying right now, right? And then Homelander hears that, and he's like, figures. Well, God help you all, except I won't. Right? Or something along those lines, right? Like, my little brother could come up with some better shit. Like, this is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, bro, like, man, it's just stupid, because I just don't get it. I don't get it. This was the most basic, bare bones finale they could have came up with. This is like the most inoffensive, but like bro, because this the type of show that The Boys is, it's like a play on like the fucking tropes of fucking hero movies and shows and all this shit, right? So for it to be as inoffensive of a finale as it was, it's actually very much offensive to all of the people that like the show. So I don't know what the fuck happened in the writer's room or in production or whatever the fuck was going on. Shit, maybe they could have did something with CapCut. Like, do something, bro. Honestly, like, because my niggas on YouTube shouldn't be like, again, it's 3D models and whatever the fuck, but I don't care. They shouldn't be able to make better shit with the fucking CGI and Blender, right, than you could with your entire shit that you got going on. Like, it's just stupid, bro. It's stupid. I hope this reaches people, because I know you guys understand what I'm talking about. I know it's a lot of y'all niggas that were keeping up with Invincible and fucking The Boys simultaneously. All right, we are in the same boat. So YouTube, do your thing. And please recommend this to all people, to all my niggas that know what I'm talking about, because I know you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, this is fucking bullshit, and we need to do better. And I mean, I have nothing else, bro. Like, this was just bad. This was just bad finales. This was just bad seasons, man. Like, yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna finish off my Pulp and Juice protein smoothie that I got earlier. That has nothing to do with the video. Goodbye.